Love is a mysterious and powerful emotion. It can manifest in different ways, and what one person experiences as love may feel very different from what another person experiences. It's important to understand the differences between falling in love and having a crush, as they are two very different experiences. When you have a crush, the feeling is often one-sided. You may have strong feelings for someone, but they may not reciprocate those feelings. On the other hand, when you fall in love, it is a mutual experience, with both parties feeling the same strong emotions. Here are 10 differences between crushing and falling in love, so you can better understand the nuances of love. 1. How strong the emotions are. It's easy to confuse a crush with true love, but there are some key differences that can help you distinguish between the two. The first and most obvious difference is the intensity of the feelings. When you have a crush, the feelings are often intense and passionate, but they are not necessarily deep or long-lasting. In contrast, when you are in love, the feelings are more profound and can last for a long time. The intensity of love is often described as being like a flame that never fades away, while the intensity of a crush is more like a spark that quickly dies out. 2. One-sided versus mutual. Typically, love is a shared feeling, whereas crushing is frequently unreciprocated. One of the key differences between the two is that falling in love is usually a mutual experience, while crushing is more often one-sided. When two people are falling in love, they both feel the same way about each other, and the feelings are usually reciprocated. This mutual connection is often what makes falling in love so special and powerful. On the other hand, when someone is crushing on someone else, the feelings are usually only felt by one person. The person they are crushing on may not even be aware of it, and even if they are, they may not feel the same way. This one-sidedness can make crushing a lonely experience, but it can also be a beautiful thing if it's done from a place of admiration and respect. 3. The duration of emotions. When it comes to the differences between crushing and falling in love, the third difference is the length of time the emotions last. Crushing is usually short-lived, often lasting only a few weeks or months, while falling in love can be an enduring emotion that can last for years. This is due to the fact that when you crush someone, it's often based on physical attraction or a single trait that you admire in them. When you fall in love, however, it's based on deeper emotions that make you feel connected to the other person in a way that is not easily broken. As a result, it's much easier to sustain the feeling of love than it is to sustain a crush. 4. Physical attraction versus emotional connection. One of the main differences between crushing and falling in love is the contrast between physical attraction and emotional connection. Physical attraction is often the first thing that draws two people together. Whether it's the way they look or the way they carry themselves, it's an instant spark that can be felt in the air. On the other hand, an emotional connection is something that develops over time. It's a deep understanding of one another, a connection that can't be broken or taken away. While physical attraction is a strong factor in the beginning stages of a relationship, the emotional connection between two people is what will keep them together in the long run. 5. Shallow versus meaningful. Falling in love is a much deeper emotion than simply crushing on someone. When you are crushing, it can be a shallow emotion that is based more on physical attraction and admiration from afar. When you are in love, it is a much more meaningful emotion that is based on a mutual understanding and connection between two people. You can have conversations that are meaningful and that leads to deeper understanding and appreciation for one another. When you are in love, it is a much more profound emotion than simply crushing. 6. Fantasy versus reality. The difference between crushing and falling in love lies in the distinction between fantasy and reality. Crushing is often based on fantasy, with the person crushing on someone they don't actually know. They may be idealizing the person, imagining them to be something they're not. On the other hand, when you fall in love with someone, it's based on reality. You get to know the person and you come to love them for who they really are. You don't have to worry about the fantasy of what the person might be like or the disappointment of them not living up to your expectations. Falling in love is a much more grounded and realistic experience. 7. Superficial qualities versus deeper qualities. Distinguishing between crushing and falling in love depends on whether you focus on surface-level qualities or deeper qualities. Crushing can be a purely physical attraction based on superficial qualities like looks, body type, or style. On the other hand, falling in love is based on far more than physical attraction. It's about getting to know someone on a deeper level, understanding their values, goals, and dreams. It's about connecting with someone on an emotional level and appreciating their unique qualities, both inside and out. Ultimately, it's about forming a lasting bond that goes beyond the physical. 8. Communication. In a crush, we may find ourselves stumbling over our words or trying too hard to impress our crush. However, in love, communication is key. It involves open and honest exchanges, where both partners feel comfortable sharing their thoughts and feelings. In a crush, communication may be limited to quick glances or exaggerated compliments, leaving little room for genuine conversation. On the other hand, love involves open and honest communication, allowing for vulnerability and a deeper connection. 9. Selflessness. Another crucial difference lies in the level of selflessness involved. In a crush, we may be more focused on what we can get out of the relationship: attention, validation, or simply a bit of excitement. Love, however, involves a willingness to put our partner's needs and wants above our own, to sacrifice for their happiness and well-being. 10. Self-reflection. The age-old question, crushed or in love? One big difference is the role of self-reflection. When you're falling in love, it's natural to take a closer look at yourself and your actions. You might ask yourself what you really want out of a relationship or how you can be a better partner. This kind of self-reflection can be a catalyst for personal growth and positive change. On the other hand, crushing can be more of a distraction from personal issues. Instead of dealing with those issues head-on, you might find yourself daydreaming about your crush and imagining a perfect future together. While that can be fun for a while, it's not exactly the most productive way to deal with your problems. It is important to recognize the differences between crushing and falling in love. Crushing is a short-lived, one-sided emotion that is focused on physical attraction and superficial qualities, while falling in love is a mutual, enduring emotion that is based on an emotional connection and meaningful qualities. Crushing is a fantasy, while falling in love is based on genuine feelings. It is essential to understand these distinctions in order to find true love. With this knowledge, you can make informed decisions and take the necessary steps to find lasting love. So take the time to understand the differences between crushing and falling in love, and make sure you are making the right choices for yourself and your relationships.